don't text me when you're drunk. Ooh, or don't text me at all.
Space Jam DVD, 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 Space Jam DVD.
Hello, good morning, BB.
Space Jam DVD, Space Jam DVD, Space Jam DVD, Space Jam DVD.
Space Jam DVD.
Look, is there an entire type of humor on the internet that was literally all of us being neurodivergent without realizing? Yes. Is it great that we all realize it and now we can just tunnel right into it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Good morning, BBs. It's too early.
It is.
This is the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan. Doing this because Anthony can't stop me, but also, really, it is so I can see the sugar breakfast goal read 42069. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know that's we don't need to read those until the end of it, but it was very funny.
No, that's very good. I also want
good.
to point out that for somebody who is like, hey, what's wrong with that guy? I'd like to show you every copy of Willow I have on Blu-ray.
It's true. I've seen it. Oh God. Oh God. That's going to be one of those tech days, isn't it?
No, it's just that button. I always forget about that button.
And you also showed this.
I didn't show anything. I didn't show anything. Anybody who says otherwise, I don't even know what movie that is. Go watch Willow. It's on Disney Plus. There's a series coming soon.
I've never seen it.
We got to watch Willow. You're going to love Willow.
Do you have a copy we could watch?
Do I have a copy to spare? I don't know, but it is on Disney Plus.
All right.
All of mine are mint in wrapping.
Of course.
Of
Of course, because why the hell would you watch the
Why would
Blu-ray?
It's on Disney Plus. Hey. Good morning, BBs.
It's good to see you. How's your Friday going?
My name is Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan. I thought we did that already.
We did first, best, and only. I don't think we did names. Did we? We did now. We did now.
Hey,
are
now
we
we
tired?
know.
Everybody? It doesn't matter.
You can't tell.
Hey, everyone. We want to thank you all for being here, and we want to jump into what is, we got some meaty news.
Uh-huh.
I would say some meaty news.
Yeah.
A hearty stew of news. Like, that's what I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah, because some of this news has far-reaching implications.
The kind of stew to get you through the winter?
Oh, my God. It'll stick to your ribs, this stew.
Okay, all right.
I got to get a haircut. The hat's not even doing anything
And
anymore.
I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan. Listen. E3 is once again online only this year.
Which makes sense. We're still in the middle of a Pantera. That's just more copies of
More
Willow.
copies of Willow. Just remember that I have those. E3 is going to be online only this year again due to the Pantera, due to the whatever. Holy shit! I can't even do.
One P word.
Not one P word came to mind. Personal pan pizza. The personal pan pizza is still going on, and so they don't want to do E3 in person, but a lot of exhibitors are saying, hey, this is the second time E3 hasn't been in person. We understand it, but also we sort of don't feel like E3 is important anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that's been a huge, huge shift in the last, what do you think, 4 years?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say the last 4.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Definitely. I would say, once EA
Mm-hmm.
deciding to do their own separate but equal conference was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
And then PlayStation pulling out of E3 altogether. Like, PlayStation hasn't been there for years.
Yeah.
So, what's up?
Right. So at this point, what is E3?
What is it? It's a place in our heart, I guess.
Now, here's my question. What would save E3? Right? So obviously these game companies had pulled out. And also, like, look, E3 doesn't have the best reputation in the industry.
I mean, look, here's the thing. E3 is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It is stressful for game developers and publishers. We know that E3 is the source of a lot of crunch and a lot of, like, poor working conditions for developers. You know, the idea of, like, crunching to put together a vertical slice of a game that's nowhere near ready to be shown off just because it's June is really rough.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's something to be said, like, you know, CES was this week. There's something to be said for having a central event where everybody can get together, get hands-on with things, talk to each other in person. Mm-hmm. That's valuable. It stops being valuable. I think it becomes less valuable in games when the product is digital, when demos can go out, when press can get, like, early builds sent to them anywhere.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's tricky. I think it's impossible to know whether turning it into a fan event would have given it the jump start that it needed, because the moment they did that, we went into lockdown for 2 years.
Right. Not only did they make it a fan event, but also all of their largest companies pulled out. So what is it for the fans then, right?
Yeah.
You know?
It's a PAX.
Yeah, I guess it's just kind of a PAX. And we have enough of those. PAX happens 18 times per year. So, I don't know. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind to me is like, hey, lost all those big game companies? Focus on some indies.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, figure out what has value, I guess. E3 is, you know, it's one of those things where when you're the biggest thing going, you don't really think about being nimble and changing because you don't have to, and stuff like this can creep up on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I will say this, somebody who this did not creep up on, somebody who was ready the moment this announcement went out, Jeff Keighley tweeted this literally. And, like, look, you know he's got contacts in the ESA. You know he knew this announcement was coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, hands on, get the marketing ready.
Yup.
It's time to go.
The marketing ready is make a graphic with the same logo as last year.
They also put up, like, a sign-up sheet and some other stuff, but this was the boom tweet that he did.
That's a bit of a mic drop tweet. You know, Jeff's history with E3, of course, complicated. Jeff's history,
complicated. But Jeff's history with E3, of course, is complicated. He had the arena at E3 they tried for a couple years, where he had his separate thing going on in LA Live in the Microsoft Theater. And then they sort of stopped doing that, and he started doing Summer Games Fest. I think he saw, you know, this dude, he sees an opportunity. He knows when it's coming. He's like, I know E3's leave. I know E3 is dying just like we all do, but I am the person who's in a position to capitalize on that.
And I can't think of anyone who is more in a position to capitalize on that. Truly.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else that we've got to compare to it right now are these things that these, like, developers and larger publishers have split off to do individualized events for their games, but that doesn't fill the void of E3 and the thing that once was important to people about E3. But Summer Game Fest can.
Yeah. Producer Dagger in the background. Just check it on the set. How's the set look, buddy? Long Cat taking up your space? Are you trying to sit down, but Long Cat?
There's so much room to sit down.
There's
so much room to sit down, buddy.
Here. Here. Now you have all the room in the world. He thinks he's much bigger than he is.
He's so little.
He's so little, but he thinks
Absolutely
he's just the
tiny.
biggest boy.
I would love to know from you all, do you look forward to E3? Is it something that you kind of pings in your mind as announcements still, or generally one that passes by without notice?
I have complicated thoughts on it. It was such a big part of my career for so long, and it was such a huge like life goal to go.
I never got to go to one.
I know.
It was one I really, really wanted to go to.
I do.
know it's not the same anymore, but I would have liked to go to a, 5 years ago E3.
Yeah.
I would like to go now to a 5 years ago E3.
Yeah. Same. I do have a love for E3, but it's one of those things where I just have a love for E3 because I love having all these creative people in one place and being able to talk to them all in a week. I mean, I get the same feeling from an E3 that I do from a PAX or from
a
Comic-Con or a GDC or, any of these things. But the ESA doesn't make it easy or cheap or good for people to exhibit there, and they haven't for a long time, and that's one of the reasons the famous Devolver parking lot happened. And dude, the Devolver parking lot was E3 as far as I'm concerned.
And good for Devolver.
And good for Devolver. You could just go across the street at any time during E3.
Yeah. And
get barbecue and a beer and sit down in a deck chair.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people did.
That sounds a lot better than E3.
And here's the other thing about E3. Do we need E3 when Tendy's dropping these good announcements and videos without it?
With no event. They just did it.
They just did it.
They said, we don't wait for anybody. Nintendo plays by their own rules these days. Y'all, we got 6 minutes of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Ah! Let's watch it together.
My God. It's beautiful. Look at that fat kitty in the snow. It's so good. Yeah, it's beautiful.
人とポケモンは共に生きる道をまだ知らない。
This is gonna look now. The frames. Yeah, that's on us. Sorry about
舞
that.
台は翡翠地方。
I can try.
後に
I'll
新
try
王地
sending
方
a
と呼
fewer
ばれ
frames,
る
and
こ
that
の
may
地では
help.
野
It has
生
to
に
do with our wireless
生きる
connection.
ポケモンたちの生態はまだ明らかになっていません。
But man,
それゆえにポケモンを恐れる人も多く、そんな人々が寄り添い合って生活をしているここ寿村から
a simpler
物
time.
語が始まります。あなたの目的は翡翠地方のポケモンたちを調査すること。この地方の調査を担う
Good
組織
lord.
銀
I'm
河
gonna
団
play
の
it.
一員となり、ポケモン図鑑の完成を目指します。
Yeah. I'm sort of getting
ベースキャ
uh
ンプを起点に開始し、
definitely feel Galar Fields
野
vibes,
生
you
の
know,
ポケモン
but
をモンスターボールで捕まえていきます。
it's not as sparse as that. It's somewhere in between that and a Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I think is good. I don't mind like a chill
ですが
rolling
簡
countryside.
単に捕獲できるポケモンばかりではありません。
Oh, and the buildings.
そんな時
Yeah,
は
the village
手持
looks
ちのポ
very
ケモンで
simple.
バトルを挑み、相手を弱らせることも一つの手
I
段
mean,
で
just
す。
fights happening, just out in real time.
I'm intrigued to see how I'm gonna
翡
feel
翠
about
地
that.
方の
because
ポ
part
ケ
of
モ
me
ン
is
は
gonna feel
その
bad.
習性も様々。
I love the
群れで暮らしているポ
wooden
ケモン
Volt
や
orbs.
気配を察知するとすぐに逃げ出してしまうポケモン。
Yeah, I
逆に勢いよく襲いかかってくるポケモンもい
I'm
ます
curious if I'm gonna feel bad.
中には自分よりもはるかに強力なポケモンもいるの
They
で
love to fight.
危険を感じたら
They were
逃
born
げ
to
るのも
fight.
調査を続ける上で重要です
That dodge, this combat is really interesting.
Yeah, I
Of, like
like.
the running away
傷ついた
from a
ポケモ
battle
ンは
literally being
ベースキャン
running
プに
away.
戻れば
Well, I love
体
that.
力を回
I
復
love
す
that
る
the
ことができ
trainer
ま
has
す
to dodge Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like
そ
that's
してあなた
fascinating.
の調査をサポートしてくれるのが
Look at
銀
the
河
head.
団の研究者ラベン博士
Like
博士
wow.
にポケモンの調査結果を報告するとポケモン図鑑に情報を追加することができます
Yeah.
図鑑の
I
登
just
録に
want
は
6
捕まえ
minutes
た
of them
数
like
技を
dodging
見
and
た
tuck and
数な
rolling
ど
away, so
複
everybody
数の
thinks
条
it's
件があり
Souls-like.
Oh my god.
それぞれの項目を
The
ク
the
リア
first
するごとに
Souls-like Pokemon
内容
game.
が充実
That's
し
what
て
it
い
was
きます
missing. This looks beautiful. I can't believe we're only like a month away.
I know.
調査の本拠地と
I
なる
can't believe we're only a month
寿
away.
村
Oh my god. The game
ここ
comes
で
out
は
on January
調査の準備を
28th.
整えるこ
The
と
end
が
of
で
this
きま
month.
す
Oh my god, I thought it was February.
道
Holy.
具を購
No,
入
it's
でき
the
る
end of this
雑
month.
貨や集め
Oh
た素
my
材で道具を
goodness.
作れる
Oh, look at the market.
It's all really happening.
I am so excited for this game. It's the most excited I've been for a game in a while.
I think
Personally.
I'm pretty excited about it because while I think Sword and Shield was like, ooh, it's the first Pokemon for this generation, it's the first one made for this generation.
Mhm.
I think what we were seeing with Sword and Shield was the last of the old paradigm of Pokemon design games.
Interesting.
You know, like from the DS era,
Yeah.
from the Wii, you know, I think we're seeing the last of that. And I think this is actually what I'm excited about. This feels like the first, okay, what does a new Pokemon game look like?
Okay.
What do we change? What do we update? I think there were definitely some quality of life updates in Sword and Shield
Yeah.
that were nice. But updating the actual gameplay and making it feel more modern, that's a really good move.
So here's what I think. When it comes to Pokemon, especially, I mean, I also think this is a clue from the re-release of Diamond and Pearl, but I don't think that we are going to stop seeing that classic style of Pokemon games. But I think even an ideal world for me, and what I see is very plausible, is them kind of alternating.
So like Legends could be at different periods of time, and it could be the more open world action based.
Yeah. Or if it's not even a Legends game, you know, and they want to get into another genre with Pokemon, I would even say, you know, the way they've alternated of like going to Snap and then back to regular Pokemon games and then to this, I could see them alternating between
Yeah. I mean, that's
a
fun.
little bit experimental Pokemon games and these like classic mainline stories.
Yeah, I think that could work, especially because, you know, Pokemon is very much has always been a bit of an onboarding game for younger players, and that older style of RPG and that sort of those sort of simpler mechanics definitely help with that, and they're not bad.
Mhm.
They're great, you know. But I do like that they're sort of thinking, oh, audiences are changing. Even young audiences are changing.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I don't think like Minecraft really took Nintendo by surprise. You know, and open world stuff and how much kids can do open world stuff took Nintendo by surprise.
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild was the response to that, where they're like, oh, it's allowed to be complicated like this?
All right.
Oh,
we'll give
okay.
it
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't see a world where Arceus is the new normal for Pokemon, but I could be wrong.
Who knows? Speaking of Pokemon, you know, it is the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies. First of all your favorite musicians.
I was going to say, do we got more weird music?
All your favorite musicians are making Pokemon songs for the 25th anniversary. But more than that, a lot of brands are trying to get on board with this.
Of course.
And Converse dropped their capsule collection, and it's pretty good. Stuff is already selling out. It dropped yesterday. The Meowth All-Stars are already gone.
A lot of them are already gone. Yeah, let's see. So there's the Meowth ones and the Pokeball ones.
Which I love the Meowth. Oh, no. It's not just Meowth. This is the one that I thought was really good.
Ah.
It's your starters and Meowth.
See, this next one is the one that if I was going to pick out a pair, I would do.
Yeah.
These ones here. I love that they put the Pokeball over where the classic like Chuck Taylor logo goes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's really fun on the black and white design.
Oh man, I feel like they're really leaning into the whole thing of like color in and do designs on your Chucks.
Teens are gonna color those. I'd keep them black and white, but teens are gonna be coloring those. And I love it.
Man, I don't think I could. I'm terrified of like
screwing them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
They have a lot of customs, you know, now that Converse is a Nike company, they're in that order on demand, make your own customs.
Mm-hmm.
And they got some cool ideas for customs here. There's a lot of different things you can do. Even if the mainline ones sell out, I do like the idea of just making customs.
Yeah.
This is not loading for me right now.
Here we go.
Maybe I got to turn off my super block everything.
These are really cool. Interesting choices of which Pokemon are on there. Huh.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a clearer view of that design. But the Converse website is struggling. I honestly think it's probably a bit overloaded because these did just drop, and they've been very popular.
They're selling out like crazy. They dropped this morning.
My access was denied.
Me too. It just went down for me. So I guess what we're saying is get to the Converse site if you're looking to get some of these Pokemon shoes.
Or don't. I think the Converse site just went down. There were some really cute Pikachu ones, but unfortunately they were only kid sizes.
The thing that I saw where I was like, the thing that I saw that was like, oh no, Saige, have you seen this? Did you see the Jigglypuff fuzzy pink sweater?
No. Sweater? I saw the Jigglypuff shoes.
A Jigglypuff fuzzy pink sweater with an embroidered Jigglypuff on it.
Damn. No, I have not seen that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Like
and now the site's down.
I think the whole site's down, so we're just going to talk about it and not show it, apparently.
Jump in there. They've got some good stuff.
Yeah, right? Cassidy Weaver, same. I want the Jigglypuff shoes.
Some stuff is not releasing until tomorrow or later this week. They have like a backpack and a tracksuit and some other stuff. They're kind of dropping it in staggered drop, but get in there if you can. Get in there if you can.
Apparently pretty sought after.
Hey. CES. It's happening.
It is happening.
We talked about it a little bit on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We chatted about some of the video cards that they announced that they'll never be able to sell.
We did.
Razr always has some very interesting stuff for concepts.
So concepts are my favorite part of CES. I love it. I live for it. Show me all of the weird shit you're never gonna make.
Yeah.
I enjoy it so much. Speculative tech is my shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't wait until someday, 20 years from now, we're looking back at all of the tech specs from this year, and we're just like, look at what we almost made.
It almost happened, man. I still think about some of the spec stuff that I saw at past CESs, and a lot of it, like, Razr comes up with crazy stuff. Razr had the I forget what they called it. It was like the Linda or something like that, where it was the laptop that had 3 screens that just slid out. I thought that was wild.
Yeah, that was really fucking cool.
I thought it was so interesting. Like, I really did enjoy that as an idea. And today, or this week, they announced, oh, did you have it up?
Project Sophia, I do.
Project,
yeah. I want to see this photo first because of the stand that it's on, which is really interesting.
Okay.
So this is Project Sophia from Razr. It's a modular gaming desk with like a laptop built in, essentially. It's really interesting looking. This one is just a little table.
So, and that looks like, oh, that's just a screen or whatever. It's 2 screens, but
no,
it's not. It's hot swappable modules that are magnetic that you can swap out on the fly. So you can have you can throw in like a system monitor or like a hotkey module. So like if you want a Stream Deck built in or system-wide hotkeys built in, you can throw in a Thunderbolt powered eGPU, right? So it's a magnetic GPU. And you can swap it out every couple years. You can throw in a Thunderbolt hub. You can throw in a wireless charger so you can like charge your electronics on your desk.
Yeah.
All kinds of just like crazy stuff.
Yeah, touchscreen drawing pads, things like that. I think it looks a little silly just in like the table sense.
Yeah.
But I think this is so fucking cool.
I think it's cool. I
think this is so cool.
I think the weakness of this is their ideas for modules are kind of weak.
Interesting.
But I like the idea because most of these modules are just screens that show different things.
Right.
So like they've got like a network performance module here at number 4, which is just like literally it's showing your RAID and your network performance, right? But that's just 2 screens. So why show that like it's a separate module? That's just 2 information screens. Down here, they're like, ooh, and like a Twitch chat screen that you can see. And it's like, but that's just a screen. Show me a module that needs to be a module. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that like, I appreciate, hey, Razr, thanks for thinking of us. That's cool. Not a lot of companies are doing streamer-targeted tech yet. We're slowly seeing more and more pieces of it, so I do think that's very cool.
Yeah.
I will say, if I'm looking for chat, I don't want it to be approximately this small and down here.
No.
It doesn't functionally work for me as a streamer, so like, hey, if you want to talk about what does, hit me up.
We know you're on that. We know we're on that media list. You sent us those lovely controllers.
It's true.
We know you know who we are.
Just saying. Drop me a line. I'll tell you where Twitch chat should be to line my eye line with my camera well. Tell me about it.
There are a couple here, like the work from home is kind of interesting. Most of these, once again, just screens. But if you look at 5 here, 5 is the wireless charger, 15-watt wireless charger. And then 6, this person's got 2 of them on their desk. And then 6 is a beverage warmer.
That's lovely.
That's actually kind of funny.
That's absolutely delightful.
That's actually kind of funny.
The other things that I found really interesting, like you said, are the like equivalent of a Stream Deck built in. I thought the drawing tablet is very clever.
Oh, the drawing tablet. Yeah, that's the first thing that pops to mind, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting. You know, it's funny. Somebody in the chat was like, "Yo, what's up? I'm a Spider Boy, first time Spider Boy here." And if you watch the Spider Boys, you know. Nick Scarpino and I were asking, what happened to all the smart tables that were at CES like 10 years ago?
Oh my God. Okay.
What happened to the smart tables?
I was so excited for.
I was ready.
I was so fucking hyped for smart tables. And they started putting them out. There were those like Microsoft stores that were opening.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of them opened at once. And they would have those like large surface tables in the stores. And nobody was fucking buying them. And like, look, 10 years ago, I was 16. So, like, it was me being a mall teen, wandering, being like, yes, I, too, am here for mall teen activities. I'm just going to run the Microsoft store.
But also, I'm here for, like...
I'm actually just going to run the Microsoft store because I want to play with the little tablet thing.
There was stuff at CES where it was like, you know, touch your table, move things around, like, not just for tactile working, but, like, you're cooking, and it's like, boop, like, put, you know, chop a carrot here and put it here, and, like, do this. Like, it was fucking wild. And the reason we were talking about it is in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Harry Osborn had that thing where, like, touch your phone down to the smart table, and everything moves over to the smart table.
Yeah.
Like,
that's awesome.
Where was that?
Let us have that.
And this really reminds me of that, and I do want it back.
I am very hype.
Even you know, we talked about this recently. Map tables for tabletop gaming.
Yes, I want one. I want one so bad with a nice little screen built in. Show me my maps and shit like that. Let me put little physical minis on a digital map. Fuck me up.
Oh my gosh. Or real minis with like NFC or some sort of tag in them and positioning, and as you move them around, like, there was so much stuff. Smart tables.
Give us a smart table.
So Razr, hats off to you for the Sophia. We appreciate it, even though obviously it's never coming, but bits of it hopefully will come. Modular tech is something that people have tried before, and the problem is the modules just wind up being so expensive that it doesn't make sense. Yeah. You remember there was the Project Atria, the phone that was like, and they couldn't get the modules down to the point where they were cheap enough. It was just cheaper to trade in your phone every year. So, you know, I want it. Find a way to make it happen. I would love that.
I would love that. I really do think that was always the reason I wanted to go to CES.
Oh, to see that weird shit?
I just want to go see the weird concepts.
Yeah, it was fun to talk to whatever that year's flavor of, like, dumb robot was, and then, like, mess with a smart table. I was always kind of trapped at the Sony booth, but that's not a bad place to be because they had a lot of, like, concept tech.
Fun, cool shit.
But one of the things they had, I remember when they released, like, the smart bulbs that were also speakers, and like every lamp in your house was a speaker, and they were hidden. They were perfectly hidden, and I was like, damn.
I do have an article here from Wall Street Journal from the show this year and some of the most interesting other tech pieces, because now we're in.
We're in.
I do find
hacker voice.
We're in. How do you feel about folding screens?
You know, that Lenovo that came out, I think it was the X1, that was a folder that came with a magnetic keyboard, kind of like that, where you could either make it a keyboard, make it a book, make it a tablet. I think it's really interesting. I don't understand it for phones as much. Yeah. But for something that's the size of a book or a laptop, I really begin to understand the value of it. I'm
very intrigued by this one.
Yeah.
I think that folding screens still look very disturbing to me.
Yeah.
It's probably like a neurodivergent ping that's like, no.
Well, every folding screen review that I see for a device is like, oh yeah, and you can see the crease, but after a while you don't notice it. I'm like, false.
I would notice.
False. I would notice it more. I would notice it more and more every day. And then every day I would wonder if I'm weakening the screen every time I open and close it.
That would be a thing for me.
Am I making the crease worse every time I open and close it?
Woo!
It's when I saw the little hinge on the folding phones where it's like, oh, and it's got a little flap there to keep the dirt from getting in. I'm like, it doesn't keep the dirt from getting in.
I'm excited for that tech to get to the place where we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really cool.
The color-changing car everybody was talking about.
Of course.
Man, that's an expensive car.
Yeah.
E-ink panels are not cheap.
Like,
I love it.
I love it. I love it as a concept and a concept only. I love it as a concept car. I don't want it to exist right now.
That's such cool action movie sci-fi tech though, where like they're chasing us and you turn down an alley and you hit a thing and you're a completely different color car with a completely different license plate. And it's just like, that's
in a
dope.
movie that's so fucking sick. I love that.
I love it so much. But yeah, I mean, imagine getting like a fender bender and they've got to replace an e-ink panel the size of a car door. That's going to be so expensive.
Yeah. These are spicy weird.
Mind control earbuds. I do like neural interface stuff. I am interested in it.
It's going to be a huge, huge point of accessibility that I cannot wait for, and I am so fucking happy that we are working on things like this. And I hope that we keep that attention right now on making these accessibility tools.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot of things like this where it's like, even simple game controls, we've seen prototypes of it where it's like, think left and you'll turn left, or think jump. Yeah. You know? They're fun. They require a lot of training so far. It would be very interesting to see if these also require the same amount of training. And the other thing is like, hey man, sometimes your brain do think the same thing it always thinks in a different way. Yep. And it doesn't know what to do with that.
I will say, hey, Wall Street Journal, you don't need to phrase it as Wisear's goal is to have the mind control technology in customers' production device.
No.
In a customer's production device in 2023.
No.
No, it's not a mind control headset. That's not correct.
No.
You're lying.
Let's not.
You're incorrect.
I don't want to be sold mind control headsets. I don't want to own a mind control headset. I don't want to be controlled by mind control. Yeah, mind controlled.
Mind controlled, which it does say here.
Yeah.
But then down at the bottom here, mind control technology. No, that's a different thing, and you know that's a different thing. I did find this really interesting.
More racing chairs, baby.
But it's a racing chair with a full body haptic feel.
Okay.
You can get your 4DX at home.
Now, there are other chairs on the market that attempt to do this same thing. It's interesting that Razr's doing one. I don't know. I don't know if I need haptic. I don't know if I need a haptic desk chair. Desk chairs may be like the last place.
Yeah? The last place?
I mean, because it's my desk chair too.
So that's my thought. Is to me, it is a novelty chair that I would very much like to have, but I wouldn't sit in it all day. It would be a swap in for a fun experience. You know what I mean?
For a desk chair, I mean, what I'm really looking for is, am I comfortable for multiple hours at a time?
Yeah.
And then, like, if it has haptic feedback, like, I guess cool. But that's not my first thing.
It says it has an engine in the chair that enables it to perform 65,000 variations of vibrations and motions to complement what is appearing on your computer screen.
Hey now. Spicy. Could be spicy.
But, like, think about it. Think about what we're going to be able to do at home, right? Okay? Full body haptic chairs. Those lights that you are obsessed with from around the TV, so that, like, when something moves, the light shines in that color around it. What is that?
Yeah, it's cool is what it is. It's fucking dope is what it is.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you
if
remember
you have, like, a really cool surround sound, like, you don't have to go anywhere ever again.
What if I could add haptic feedback to make podcast editing and video editing a more immersive experience? Because that's what I do most of the time. So what if it was like, trim clip?
You probably could.
You probably could.
You probably could. If there's an explosion sound in the podcast, it'll probably do a little...
Stormtroopers hitting the ground.
It'll probably do a little...
3D steering wheel display. We love that.
Yeah. Sure. I always forget that they do cars at CES.
Oh, so many cars.
I know they do. I know cars is a huge part of CES. And every year I'm like, right, cars.
CES,
oh, yeah,
man.
Cars.
You know, you're right. For as far as the speculative tech stuff goes, CES is still pretty cool. It's mostly when you get there, it's mostly phone cases, but there's a lot of cool stuff.
Beam sounds into my ears.
They did that to our political representatives in Cuba, and it drove them insane. That's a conspiracy theory. We don't really believe that here.
Okay.
But the idea of beaming sound to specific areas is kind of fun.
I think this is such interesting tech. These are the kind of things like...
I just feel like, okay, yes, it's cool that I could personally be listening to something in headphones that gets beamed to my ears while, somebody else is in the room doing something else. But here's the other thing headphones do. They cover and block your earway, so all you hear is what's in your headphones.
Yes.
Those won't do that. I mean, those are kind of cool in terms of, like, do I live in an apartment and I don't want to bother my neighbors and I'll just beam the sound into my ears? That's fine. That's very respectful of you. I'll probably just wear headphones, though.
I don't always need noise cancellation. Most of the time, I'm not wearing noise-canceling headphones.
I'm not thinking even noise-canceling. I'm just thinking of, like, just when you just put headphones on or earbuds in, Yeah. I'm not hearing as much of, like, the traffic outside or whatever's going on in my building or,
I just get excited for the new.
It's fun ideas. It's fun ideas.
Something that's big for farmers.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll keep going. Let's get to farmers. I think this
is actually really interesting. It's a fully autonomous tractor.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think that's actually really fucking tight.
Put it in Farm Simulator, cowards.
Ready. But you don't need it if you have the haptic feedback chair playing Farm Simulator. It'll really feel like you are in the fully autonomous tractor. Sitting there not driving it.
Does it have e-ink?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it has e-ink.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, this shit was weird. Do you want to stop looking at them?
No, let's go.
It's not really hot or cold. It's only a simulation. And I find that actually really funny.
That's cool.
You're giving me so much, Anthony. Thank you.
I don't know. I feel like we're far enough down in the listicle now where it's like, I don't know about this stuff.
There's cool shit. There's robotic tables. Smart beds.
Okay.
Piss off. What would you like to talk about, Anthony?
don't know. Do you want to talk about the smart table?
Nope.
Hey, I want to talk about this Hollywood Reporter roundtable with Nick Cage, Andrew Garfield, Simon Rex, Jonathan Majors, and Peter Dinklage.
Okay.
This is what I want to talk about. They got these 5 dudes together to do an actors roundtable. They do a few of them every year.
Thank you, lots of kittens.
And I want to talk about a specific anecdote that came up during this thing, Saige.
Okay.
It's Nick Cage talking about a horse that he rode.
Sure.
The author shared this clip on her Twitter. It's very good. Jonathan Majors talks about how, oh, that sounds like something I'd say to my horse. On the harder they fall, my horse's name was Cinco. And if you wanted Cinco to go, you'd say, all right, go ahead. You'd say, go ahead, and he'd take off. And Nicolas Cage goes, well, at least you had a nice horse. My horse on Butcher's Crossing was named Rain Man, and he wanted to kill me.
Okay.
And Jonathan Majors goes, Kang the Conqueror, and Lovecraft Country goes, Rain Man, where'd you shoot it? He's like, oh, Montana, it was in Blackfoot Country. It was terrible. This horse, I keep trying to be nice to him. I usually have such a good rapport with horses and animals, and this horse tried to kill me. And Majors goes, Rain Man, huh? And he goes, yeah, man, I was telling the director, I was like, don't put me up in that horse again. This horse is trying to kill me. And he's like, well, we'll have one of the other guys ride the horse. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'll get up there and I'll do that. And I've got post-traumatic stress disorder from this horse, Rain Man. Andrew Garfield's just like, we can keep talking about Rain Man if you want. I know he has a British accent, but whenever he says shit like this,
Yeah.
I picture his Spider-Man voice.
Yeah, I get that.
You know? Nicolas Cage is like, seriously, I haven't let go of it. And Jonathan Majors goes, Rain Man's in Montana with a guy named Scotty, I think.
What?
And Nick Cage goes, wait, you know Rain Man? And Jonathan Majors goes, yeah, I know Rain Man. I've ridden Rain Man. Andrew Garfield's like, whoa. And he's like, wait, you've ridden Rain Man? Was he nice to you? Was Rain Man nice to you? And Jonathan Majors is like, well, he may have been a little older when I got him. And Nicolas Cage is like, I just rapped 3 weeks ago. I just rode Rain Man 3 weeks ago. And Andrew Garfield is like, hey, can't horses feel your energy? Isn't it like horses feel energy? And Nicolas Cage is like, no, I'm good with animals. Seriously, it was a clear decision on Rain Man's part that he wanted to kill me. Like, he wanted to, like, I don't know. I'll stop talking. And Andrew Garfield's like, please don't. Please keep talking about Rain Man.
Yeah. Yeah, this should all be about Rain Man now.
I just fucking love weird-ass Nicolas Cage getting put in his place by Jonathan Majors.
And a horse.
And Andrew Garfield just eating it up. Just no, keep going, man.
Yeah.
No, do you need to keep going?
What an interesting round table.
I feel like they were like, who are the 5, not who are the 5 weirdest dudes. Some of them are weird, but like, who are the most idiosyncratic dudes in Hollywood right now?
And who are 5 dudes that have nothing in common?
Mm-hmm.
Not a thing in the fucking world. Like, you look at this cover and you like think of all of the franchises you associate them with. Look at a scary movie in the middle.
Yeah.
That scary movie sitting next to Game of Thrones.
So people are like, Simon Rex from MTV and from Scary Movie. Yeah, he's got this movie out called Red Rocket that's apparently like blowing up the festival circuit. It's crushing. People are saying it's an unbelievable.
That's
you know.
Great.
I also think of him as Dirt Nasty. Do you remember when he was Dirt Nasty and he was trying to be a hip hop guy? Simon Rex is weird. This is a weird group of dudes.
Okay. You know what I find the weirdest of this group of dudes?
What?
Honestly, Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield's the one that's out of place here, in my opinion.
You think?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the, like, young guy in the back thing. But, like, in all of their energy in this interview, like, he knows it, too. He knows that it's weird that he's here.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he thinks it's weird that he's there. He definitely thinks it's weird that Nicolas Cage is monopolizing this whole thing to talk about a weird horse.
But
And he's definitely calling him out. He's definitely
Yeah.
like, I love that Andrew Garfield has like the call out energy.
See, thank you. Yeah, Andrew Garfield even looks kind of out of place in this interview. They're all like doing this thing, and he's kind of like, me too.
Yeah, I'm also here.
Yeah, me, one of the guys, you know. They said that in this they get into things like male vulnerability and stuff like that. I hate the quote that they chose to put on the cover here.
Oh, the
which
worst.
Is this acting or is it fucking therapy? Acting is not therapy. Acting is not therapy.
Acting is not therapy.
Acting is not therapy.
And also, because you can read that quote one of two ways, right? Like, is this acting or is this therapy? Like, is this acting or like, this is how I work out everything and this is how or flipping it to where one actor is being dismissive of another actor's process, you know, where it's like, oh, like some people are really like methody, Meisner-y kind of people on set. Yeah. Where they're very much like, we need to talk about these feelings and I need to feel them all the time and blah, blah, blah. And like, I need to discuss these things with you before we do this scene. And some people can be dismissive of that. And so I wonder if that's somebody being dismissive of somebody else. Either way, I don't like the quote.
Either way, I do not like the quote. Honestly, there's a very short list of things that are fucking therapy.
Therapy.
And that's the end of the list.
Yeah, it's just therapy.
It's just actually therapy.
It's weird. It's not even things that are therapy adjacent, like meditation or a spiritual retreat or any of that. That turns out filling out a workbook about your emotions. No,
that's therapy.
It turns out only therapy is therapy.
So, you know, you get it.
I Crichton in the live studio audience is saying the context was about an acting class. In that case, I will
hate it.
I will accept that quote.
No.
Because I have been in acting classes where people want to use the class like therapy, and I'm like, my dude, you need to move on because we've all got to do a scene today. It's not you. I don't need to hear more about your childhood right now. Did you do the scene? Okay, moving on.
No therapy in acting classes.
No therapy in acting class.
Every acting class I've ever been to tried to be therapy.
Don't do that.
No one there is qualified. Please no. This is something that I found really interesting. Anthony?
Yeah.
The CW.
Yeah.
Home of The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Home of Riverdale.
Yes.
Home of Legends of Tomorrow.
And other shows that we don't watch.
Arrow.
Do they do... Yeah, but name one that's outside of that sphere.
DC?
Yeah.
Okay, outside of DC, I did say Riverdale.
That's true. Do they do...
That's all I got. Riverdale had a couple of spin-off attempts.
Do they do a new Gossip Girl?
Maybe.
Or was that digital only? I don't know what they do.
Supernatural. No, Sabrina was Netflix, even though it was a canonical crossover with Riverdale.
Supernatural is canceled. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is canceled. So
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend's canceled?
Oh yeah, a couple years
It went on
back.
for a lot of seasons.
Gossip Girl is HBO Max. So like what's
no,
on
you're
CW?
right, Christine, though. Sabrina is a CW show.
Right.
It's a very CW show on Netflix. Everything about it is CW.
Anyway, CW.
The CW.
The CW. I don't know anything they do except for the superhero stuff.
He has
is what I'm saying.
Exactly 8 seconds of patience.
I'm just saying. The CW. What's going on with them?
The CW is going up for sale. So the CW is a joint venture between Viacom, CBS, and Warner Media, and they don't want it anymore. So essentially, that deal is going up for sale.
So we're not the only ones that have no idea what's on the CW, is what you're saying.
Yes.
What you're saying is, once those superhero shows, which are all wrapping up, are over, we don't know what's up.
DC has been their bread and butter for quite a few years now. Riverdale can't go on much longer. It can't.
It shouldn't.
There's nowhere to go.
It shouldn't.
There's nowhere to go.
There hasn't been anywhere to go. They just keep going weirder and weirder.
But, you know, you've got The Flash, Superman and Lois Lane, Supergirl.
Yeah.
All of these things that, like, also were probably in their, you know.
Yeah, Superman and Lois is not long for this world.
No. Batwoman obviously is more recent, but also not long for this world, and we know it. Never was.
Look, how much do they want for it? Because, unfortunately, I have I have $300 million of my money tied up in Alvin and the Chipmunks right now.
Okay.
So I don't have much money left.
Right.
I have a little bit of play money. But, currently running on the CW. Okay, here we go. The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Riverdale, Charmed, the new one.
Charmed is still going?
Still going. Nancy Drew, Stargirl, Walker. They did a new Walker Texas Ranger.
Is that what that is?
No one's going to buy this. Kung Fu. The new Kung Fu is still going. No. Stop it. Stop it. Stargirl, I hear good things about, but I thought Stargirl was HBO Max.
That is interesting. So, for a long time, the CW licensed shows like The Flash and Riverdale to Netflix, but it ended that deal in 2019, which makes sense. That was also when Sabrina ended, so there was this little bit of tie there. As Warner and CBS focused on their streaming platforms, HBO Max and Paramount Plus, respectively. So, I mean, that's the thing, is like all of these shows that are currently the thing holding up DC, like DC holding up the CW, they all have their own streaming platforms to go to.
Yeah. I mean, here's the other thing is like, you can see how confusing that is with these streaming platforms and everything in the chat, where in the live studio audience, where Life Serial is like, okay, so Stargirl started on DC Universe.
Yeah.
But then when that got absorbed into HBO Max, it didn't go to HBO Max. It went to the CW because it's more teen focused. I'm just like, how the fuck? I don't know, man. Where's my new season of Harley Quinn? That's all I want. Hey, Warner Media, that's literally all I want from you right now.
It would appear this deal is most likely coming to an end because the original idea was that CBS and Warner were supposed to be producing an equal amount of content for the network. And then the only content that was really succeeding was the DC content, which meant Warner having a much heavier lift.
Yeah.
For the channel's success. So naturally, it's just not a good deal anymore. Now, wasn't the CW a different name previously?
Yeah, it was the WB.
Yeah, it was the WB, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very intrigued to see what happens here because, I mean, I don't have cable, so maybe it doesn't matter. But, like, I can't think of another one of these, like, teen networks.
I can't imagine a new terrestrial broadcast television network in the year of our Lord 2022. Can you imagine they either sell and rebrand or they just shut it down? All of that spectrum, all of that network bandwidth and spectrum is available. Somebody buys it from the FCC and starts, what, a new television network? There's no way.
I mean, Comcast won't stop.
There's no way, but that's cable. That's different. A broadcast network in 2022, there's no way. There's no way anybody starts a new network.
So, in a memo to the staffs, the CW CEO, Mark Pedowitz, confirmed that CBS and Warner are looking at exploring strategic opportunities for the network, but for now, the channel will just continue to provide original programming for the upcoming season, and that's it. That's all they have a guarantee through right now.
So
they're going to finish out the current season and hope somebody buys it.
Wow. Okay.
Very interesting.
All right.
I think that this will actually be kind of a big statement into what's to come for broadcast television networks.
Oh, for sure.
I think that whatever happens here is going to set a little bit of a. This is the
first big. I mean, everything we've been saying, it's been dying for a while.
Yeah.
This is the first big. If a big network disappears and does not get replaced, that means we're coming to the end.
Yeah.
And we should. It should be over.
Yeah,
Broadcast TV is an outdated concept. But streaming TV going strong.
Okay.
You can get all kinds. You can listen. Everybody's got a hot streaming app. You want that HBO. You want that WB stuff. You can get it on the HBO Max. You want that. You want that good Netflix content. What if you want a place that will provide you with premium video content and also free shipping on toilet paper?
Oh, Amazon.
Amazon Prime, baby.
I will say, of every streaming show, one of my favorites is an Amazon Prime show, which is The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I am a huge Maisel fan.
Same.
Sneaky Pete was really fun as well. But
They've
I
had
haven't
some
watched a
good
ton of other
stuff.
Amazon originals. Obviously, they had The Boys.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, I love The Boys, and
Yeah.
season 2's coming up soon. Or I'm very season 3. What is it? 2 or 3? 3. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. The new one's coming. Amazon is still working on that Fallout TV series. Do you remember that Amazon bought the rights to Fallout?
Vaguely.
Right? They're still working on it.
I will agree. The Amazon Prime Video interface does absolutely suck, but not as badly as Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus has the worst streaming interface I've ever seen.
I haven't used Paramount Plus, so I don't know.
Actually wild that they put that in like television app stores. It's hilarious.
It's always funny to me when like something like that launches. I forget what was the CISO. When CISO launched, the big comedy network, it was like broken as hell. There were like 2 buttons on the interface. It was terrible.
Harry Horror Show in the live studio audience said, at this point, they could just take cameras out into the streets of America and call it Fallout. We're practically living in the dystopia.
Whoa. Think about it. Think about it, America.
Dystopia sounds less and less fun every day.
It should, by definition, it shouldn't sound fun at all.
I know, but like it's this, dark media. It's this like dark piece of like, whoa, this could be our world. And then every day we get a little bit closer, and I'm like, I see it. Thanks.
Well, if you're not tired of dystopia
Train
yet,
to Busan's not fun anymore.
You might be interested in what's going on with the Fallout TV series, and that is that they have found their big director. You got to have a big name director to figure out the look and feel of something like this, and they have gone with Jonathan Nolan. Christopher Nolan's brother.
Ah!
Yeah.
That seems like a good fit. That makes sense.
He usually does a lot of producing and writing. He doesn't do as much directing because how do you when your brother is Christopher Nolan?
And they work on a lot of projects together.
Yeah, but he has directed some Westworld and he has worked on Westworld. I think this is cool. I think this is a good match.
I also think that's a good match.
I'm not a Fallout player.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy Fallout lore. It's one of those worlds where every time a Fallout game comes out, I try to play it because I know I'm going to love the story.
Yeah.
And then I just wind up not liking the game very much.
My greatest hope for a Fallout story is leaning into the camp of Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a Nolan will lean into the camp of Fallout.
Yeah, like the butler squid with the British accent.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff.
The ribbit. I want all of that stuff. I mean, it is this kind of cartoony take on the end of the world. It's a very serious storyline and very serious circumstances, but like there's a lot of things about the world of Fallout and the lore of Fallout and the aesthetic that are very camp.
Yeah. Like, I mean, everything, like, it builds on those, like, really... The initial aesthetic of it and the whole point of it was to build on those, like, weird atomic age, like, educational...
It's got that, like, 1950s atomic look to it.
Yeah, like, educational films where it's like, I'm a cartoon character that's going to teach you how to duck and cover, like, and take that and extrapolate it into an entire world. So I don't think you can remove that from Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be interesting to see. The Nolans do like to remove every bit of camp from something.
I know.
It is what they like.
But maybe he'll do something different. I would love it if he showed up and did something different. My anticipation is a dark and gritty Fallout show, though, now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The colors are so fun in Fallout.
Everything
the contrast of the, like, things that were made in the before times to the after is such a, like, crucial part of Fallout to me. Like, don't gray it out. Do not gray out Fallout.
It's going to be... I don't know. And I mean, this is all us speculating. Like, who knows? Like, maybe they understand. When somebody is good at one thing does not mean they are only good at that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say there was not for a movie that initially was mostly camp, the Westworld show did not have a lot of camp.
No camp.
No camp.
Absolutely no camp. How do you feel about Westworld?
I did not watch it after the end of the second season, I want to say. You know, when they had that really long break and then they kind of like retooled the series.
Same.
I didn't watch it when they were like, and now let's see what the world is like outside of the park. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think that it told the story that I was kind of interested in. It was hard to sit through.
Yeah.
Westworld was one of those for me where I was like, oh, I need a break.
Yeah.
I can't binge Westworld. I've got an episode in me, and then my heart hurts a little, and I gotta go watch something else for a bit.
Yeah.
I do think it was very, very good show.
Yeah, I think the first season was perfect. I think the second season was really, really good, and then I just was like, good, thank you for the Westworld.
It's not TV I watch to have fun.
Saige.
Yes.
I have a fun cartoon for you.
Okay.
Do you want to watch a fun cartoon?
I love a fun cartoon. Let's go.
Saige, I'd like to introduce you to
Cryptoland is an
Cryptoland.
international hub for the community to come live, work,
Saige,
and have
here's
fun
Cryptoland.
and enjoy a
And Saige,
first-class crypto lifestyle.
I'd
a
like to
private
show
island
you
with a
the
complete
animated movie that introduces
I always
you to
keep the best for last. Let's go leave your luggage in your home first, and then I'll show you around. All
You
the
may
other
be
Team
wondering,
Cryptolanders
Saige,
have been arriving from
what
all
is
corners of the
Cryptoland?
world. When we get to the blockchain hills, you're gonna understand what I meant by a first-class crypto lifestyle, man. Hey, Martin,
Anthony,
please
what
get
the
us a
fuck
car,
is
would you?
Cryptoland?
Yes, sir.
Oh man,
Everybody is here.
This is good. You're gonna love this.
Carolyn,
Is this
here he
is this
is.
a cartoon?
Hi.
Is
Hi,
this
Mr.
an
Adams. Nice to see
advertisement
you,
for
sir.
a website?
Did you have a good flight?
Is
Looks like
this
those
yes,
bad
excellent.
mobile game
Thanks for
ads that
asking.
have nothing to do with
Great.
the game.
Here are your keys.
is this
Not
is
your
this like
keys, not your
a Second
Bitcoins.
Life thing
Seriously?
for crypto?
Your Bitcoin,
But
not your keys, not your Bitcoin.
but Saige,
Where do you come up with
this
these
is
crazy
none
ideas?
of those. This is real. Saige,
I'm not gonna
Cryptoland
tell you
is a
where.
very real
Sir,
investment
the Lambo's
opportunity where you can live on an island
presented what they were
with your
creating
other
and thinking,
crypto
wow,
bros.
I really want to go to Cryptoland.
You
And
can
something
live on a
many of you
real,
here-
legitimate
life to this
island
project, no matter what
that
it
they are buying.
Okay, but hear me out. And I know you probably weren't expecting this. Anthony, I love it.
Let them go.
Put them all on
the
an
most
island!
creative
Let them go.
architects we
Here are your
possibly
two.
find,
They're
and that's
working on
when
the island. They
Bartos,
found
a
the island.
renowned
They bought
architect
the
and
island.
Oh my
CG
god,
artist,
yeah, go
known
put these
for
bros
his
on an
estate
island.
To be
Cryptoland, the crypto beach.
Put the bros on an island. Saige, this is an island in Fiji that they have purchased that you can invest in right now.
I thought that said House of Dad.
And it's divided into 3 different districts. The first is Cryptoland Bay. Cryptoland Bay is like a resort, but it has bars and workspaces. It's for people who want to vacation on Cryptoland, right? Then you've got the House of DAO, and the House of DAO is like a cool incubator for crypto startups. You can move your company there while you're starting it up, and Cryptoland will help you start up your crypto company. And then you have Blockchain Hills, 60 parcels of land, Saige, where you can live on Cryptoland full time.
What is Cryptoland?
This island right here.
Is it different than other land?
Yeah.
Did you buy it with like a picture of a monkey or
You
something?
buy it with a picture of a monkey. You do buy it with a picture of a monkey.
Yeah,
Saige,
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
let me please introduce you to the NFT of Cryptoland, the Connors.
Why does he look like he stole all of Flava Flav's accessories?
Now, Saige, this is a very rare Connor you're looking at. Only 3%
Take a
of
screenshot of it.
only 3% of all Connors have the FUD eyes.
Right click it.
No, that would be rude. We couldn't possibly. Oh my god. Oh my god, what happened?
There you go.
Just gonna. Now I own Cryptoland.
Because it's that easy.
Now I own Cryptoland. So the idea here is, if you buy a Connie, look. It's gonna be $1 million to live in one of these 60 parcels. Okay.
Okay.
The idea is, okay. Here's where I really want to break it down for you to begin with. 60 people are going to live on this island. There's going to be a resort.
The
right?
amount of times in discussing
Yeah.
crypto, a white man has looked at me and said, "Now, this part I really want to break down for you."
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm going to stay in the room, so
I appreciate that. They want to put 60 homes, a resort, bars, an incubator, a harbor. They want to put all this on this island. Do you know how big this island is, Saige?
how big?
It's 600 acres. Do you know what that is in human measurements? Less than a mile. This thing is a scam. They are scamming people. There's no way they can fit 60 houses, let alone 60 houses, a resort, bars, restaurants. They're selling parcels of this for $1 million each. Somebody in the Discord was like, "Hey, do you own the island already?" And they're like, "Oh, we're in the process. We've secured the island via a purchase agreement. That means the island is reserved for Cryptoland."
Anthony, how did we stray so far from Walt Disney's vision?
This is not Epcot.
This is not Epcot.
This is not Epcot.
We also, Epcot shouldn't exist either. Like
Um,
the actual Epcot.
So they found that the island in Fiji is named Nanano Ikake, and they looked it up on real estate sites. It's listed at $12 million. They've reached out to the realtors to find out if there's a purchase agreement. There doesn't seem to be one.
Of course there isn't.
Doesn't seem to be one.
They took a picture of the island and they were like, "I own this."
It's fucking wild. Now, the other thing that's very interesting is if you buy a parcel of this land,
Okay.
you have to check a box that says you're not a U.S. citizen. If you're a U.S. citizen, you are not allowed to buy land on Cryptoland.
What's that about?
This shit's a scam.
Oh, it's the scam.
This shit is a scam.
Understood. It's the scam. This is like buying a star and naming it for your significant other.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
And people are buying
my
into
fun.
Cryptoland, man. Apparently, the two people behind it, Max Olivier and Helena Lopez,
Hey, Max and Helena, fuck you.
previously worked for a magazine which shut down after a paparazzi scandal.
Fuck your magazine.
Olivier has tried to hide his ties to the magazine and claim he wasn't involved, despite all evidence to the contrary. It's pretty shady. They're talking about how they're going to like figure out, like, just okay, we buy this island. Now we need electricity. We need garbage. We need plumbing. Where does this all come from? Oh, don't worry. That's in the plans. Although since the island is not very far away from the mainland, we made an infrastructure study, and the best way seems to have an undersea connection to the mainland from where we will get reliable electricity, but having solar panels is still in the plans to gain resiliency.
Anthony, are you gonna fucking sit here and tell me that Jared Leto runs a better island than these bros?
Morbius the living vampire
Jared
is
30
more-
seconds to Mars Leto.
is more likely to take care of you on his cult island than the Cryptolanders are on their island. This is the fire festival for Crypto Bros.
It's DashCon.
It's DashCon for Crypto Bros. I cannot wait to see this happen.
Oh, I hope a bunch of them show up and then there's just little tents and a piece of bread with cheese on it.
Now, this island costs $12 million on its own with no construction. They have to create a harbor. They have to create a dock. They have to create an underground tunnel. And then underground pipelines to get internet, water, electricity. And they're only selling $60 million worth of funding for this?
Yeah,
They're walking away with $60 million, or as close to it as they can get.
1,000%. There is just going to be a ball pit and one person being like, no. Welcome to Night Vale's coming up, I promise. They're here.
They're here. Welcome to Night Vale's here. They're right backstage. We're going to give you an extra 30 minutes in the ball pit while we wait.
Everybody hand us your cash. Everybody hand us your NFTs.
Hand us, everybody, right-click, let us right-click your monkeys. We just need a few $1 million.
It's to save the island.
Guys, we gotta save the island.
Please let the crypto bros do this. Everybody, if anyone in your life, and I doubt this will be the case, not with our BBs, but if by any chance you come across a crypto bro that's like, maybe I want to go to this island.
Let him.
Say good.
See what happens.
Say yeah. Sounds like a good investment.
I just wish I had fewer scruples. Do you know what I mean? If I had fewer scruples, I could sell people fake monkeys or a fake island.
Sure, anyone can, we've learned.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I could do it. Why do I... Is this my origin story?
No.
Is this my villain origin story?
No, unfortunately not.
No, it's too dumb.
Yeah.
It's too dumb.
And there's a lot of really, really silly origin stories out there. But
Yeah. There are better ones.
here's the problem is they're their own villains. Like, they don't need a villain. Because, like, the people who are scamming the crypto bros are crypto bros.
Yeah.
I don't think that we've seen so many crypto scams pop. I mean, you know, all of crypto. We've seen NFTs scam. And the people that are scamming them so frequently are actual crypto people.
It's
People
true.
that really fucking are into the blockchain bullshit.
We've put all of the idiots into a recursive loop with each other.
And they're all just scamming each other.
They're sort of leaving us alone right now.
And themselves. They're kind of scamming themselves.
Yeah. Oh, we actually need crypto to last a little bit, just so they're not busy with something else that affects us.
That's so true.
Now that I think about it, I actually
Yeah.
need them to let them keep going.
I feel like if crypto fell, they would need a new hobby, and it would probably just be like setting plastic bottles in the ocean. Just swimming out and just with like a handful of them, just setting them directly into the ocean. And like the little ones that kill turtles, the little like
That's
fans.
literally what Matt Clean Water for Everyone Damon did when he did a Crypto.com ad.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt Damon, with your Clean Water for Everyone initiatives, do you know what you're doing by advertising crypto? Just checking. Just checking.
Little rings from the soda cans.
Cryptoland, everybody. Hey, I want to end with something that's wildly more positive.
Okay. I will just say before we move on really quick.
Yeah.
If Cryptoland happens.
Yeah.
If you can visit Cryptoland, we're going to Cryptoland.
Oh, of course we're going to
We're going
Cryptoland.
to check out Cryptoland and
Of
the weird
course.
dystopia that they live in.
Listen,
I'm not trying to miss another TanaCon.
can I tell you something? I remember watching the Fire Festival shit go down. The photos and everything come out. And I remember I was sitting with my friend Annie Gauss. We were sitting at Revision 3, and we were watching it all go down. And Annie Gauss and I looked at each other, and we were like, I wish I was there.
Yep.
Like, I know it's miserable to be there.
Yeah. But God, I want to see it.
But I wish I was there. I wish I had been at DashCon. I wish I had been... If I had a time machine, I would go back to all of the mortifying, embarrassing, like, failure events. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't do anything to change them because they didn't really do anything bad. They're just weird.
Yeah.
They're just weird. I would go to all the weird shit.
The top one for me is DashCon. I want to go to DashCon.
Ugh.
I want to go to DashCon.
God, to have been at DashCon. To have been at DashCon. To have been at that one really messy, wild, furry convention.
Rainforest?
Yeah. The one that went too wild.
Rainforest. I think that was like 2018.
Just like too hot for TV.
Yeah.
Man.
Just there looking.
It'd be great. We will go to, if Cryptoland, even if it's a failure, even if it's one guy in a hut going, fuck, I thought these monkeys was going to do it. We'll go and we'll visit that guy. We promise.
We'll go.
I want to end with this. You know, Saige, the TikTok algorithm, it's really something.
Yeah, of course.
It's really figured out me to an extent that I cannot explain, and it's really gotten laser focused over the last couple days. I'd like to show you a TikTok that it showed me.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to be into this one too.
I got this one.
Yeah? Hold on. Let me see if I can does the web let you do anything?
Also, is there music?
Yeah.
So no music.
Well, there's narration. So.
But is there also music?
I mean, yeah, but it sounds like light.
Start it playing before I click over.
It's just like that lighthouse background. Okay. So this is the best you can do with the web version of TikTok. The algorithm knows me. It's found me.
Bar in Ikebukuro Station where they hand squeeze the drinks for you and have random performances all throughout the night. These
Saige,
girls
we
were
gotta
doing
go
all
to
sorts of
Japan.
different things, and what makes this place
Saige,
even
look
more
at
fitting
this.
is that they serve you protein drinks to make you feel just as strong as them. They also have this tipping system where they take fake dollar bills and you can tip the macho girls. At the bar, they have these boxing gloves and this weight machine where they challenge you to see how many reps you can get, and so many people participated. This was definitely my favorite part of the experience because everybody in the bar would cheer you on.
Right? Now, Ikebukuro is the neighborhood I was telling you about that
know.
you're really going to love.
I know.
Yo!
Muscle Girls Bar.
They hand squeeze the drinks.
Yeah,
Did you see the size of those drinks?
I did.
They hand squeeze those.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Huh.
Japan, open your borders.
If the Omarion could please calm down.
Yeah. If you could just dial it down a little bit. Why is the tipping money fake? That's a great question. You probably just add tip to there's not really a tipping culture over there. They don't really do it. I think they just like the fun of the aesthetic of it, I think.
And I mean, a lot of I don't know where you're from, but like tipping is a very American thing.
Yeah.
Because other places, people get paid living wages and don't have to rely on the kindness of strangers to get an inconsistent paycheck.
Yeah.
Or the decency of strangers.
They really over there, everybody gets paid well, and they feel like, no, this is what you paid for. We give you this. This is what you're supposed to get.
And those people then, in theory, make enough money to survive.
So I think it's just like they love the idea of like, here's $1, like put it in your armband.
It's a fun idea.
It's a fun
novelty.
thing.
Cool. Well, let's go to Japan. It's too early, Japan. 2020.
2020 2020 something hopefully. I'd love to be back in Japan by the next decade.
That'd be cool.
All
right, everybody. Thank you for starting your morning with us once again. We appreciate you very much. There will be a bonus clip up on the Patreon today, so keep an eye out for that. All patrons $5 or over get an extra little thing, a little story we didn't get to. We've got a few things in here we didn't get to talk about, so we'll talk about it over there because it is our time to go. If you want to support the show, if you enjoy the show, hey, follow the channel if you haven't already. Subs are so appreciated. You get a fancy little badge next to your name. You get some fun little emotes. Those help us keep the channel functioning. That donation goal right there that runs all month long, our sugar breakfast goal. It allows us to eat food, mostly.
Yeah.
About it. About it, how it breaks down.
Yeah, that's I don't have a job.
That's about how it lands because we do the show 3 days a week because we just genuinely love doing it. So thank you for making it possible for us to continue doing so. That's what that does. Pretty cool of you. It is at a pretty good number right now. I won't disagree with that. It's a pretty good number. But hey, before we go through and we thank everybody who's already supported us during the show today, Anthony, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at a Carboni, except for here on Twitch, where I'm at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me. It's Friday, which means there's a new episode of my science comedy podcast, We Have Concerns, with Jeff Kanata. That's at wehaveconcerns.com. And you can catch me on the very first episode of The Book of Boba Fett in review over at Kinda Funny. It is lovely to be back talking about Star Wars media again, and it's great to be doing it with my friends at Kinda Funny. We're going through every episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett is some weird Star Wars, man, and I'm here for it. So go check that episode out. And yeah, I think that's just about everything. Hey.
Hey.
Saige, where you at?
You can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. I stream over on my channel Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. We finally finished How to Date a Magical Girl after literal months.
Did you date a magical girl?
Game. We did.
Phenomenal.
Some shit went down. There's a bunch of clips from the Wednesday stream if you're so inclined to ruin your day. You can also find me on the Smosh Games channel all the dang time. That one. You can find me on the Black Dice Society next week. And we have something very special coming up on this channel. We are running a Golden Girls themed one-shot led by the fantastic Bee Zelda. They are going to be running the system Lewd Grannies for us in celebration of Betty White's 100th birthday on Monday the 17th. It is going to be benefiting the ASPCA. It's a little charity one-shot. We're all going to play grannies. It's going to be a great time, and I hope we will see you then. That will be at 6 p.m. Pacific on Monday. Excuse me, the 17th.
Woo!
Okay.
Well,
Grumpy-stein.
Well, luckily, we're at the point in the show where we talk about stuff like this. Grumpy-stein, just with the $270 donation, saying, let's hit that goal. Thank you so much for that. And thank you to, oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. And thank you to everyone who has supported us during the show, including a very 2318, awesome Ilham, Evil Skill, Ren Frost, Bates Island. Thank you all for the follows. A Suicidal Panda with the 4 months in a row of subscription. I'm doing great this morning. Love Me My Morning, It's Too Early. Thank you, A Suicidal Panda. Velsant with 2 months in a row. Thank you very much for the resub. Saying, I am late today. Nah, man, it's exactly 8 a.m. Baby, you right on time. 15 Reaper, Voyage Boyage, Rossox, thank you so much for the follows. 54 Aqua Snakes with 525 bits saying, looking forward to that Golden Girls one-shot. Trini Plays, Bobert the God, Gentle Pete 2, thank you for the follows. And Gentle Pete 2 for the resub for 3 months. The Zipple, Whatnator, BTP Knives, thank you for the follow. Shia E with the 5 gift subs, and then John Doe with the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much to the both of you. Wimmy Wham Wham Woozle, thank you for the follow. Danny Boy's Calling Pipes, gifting the sub. Thank you very much. Unseeing Frame 18, thank you for the follow. Groovy Deadite, thank you for the host. Dwapook, thank you for the resub for 4 months. That's a good chunk of time. Dougie Fresh with the 500 bits. Flatlander 73 with that prime resub for 5 months, saying 5 glorious months. Thank you, Flatlander 73. Ronan Monkey with the $51 tip, saying, doing this because Anthony can't stop me, but really just so I can see the sugar breakfast goal, read 42069. And you did it. You accomplished your goal.
You did it.
B52 Bowler, thank you for the follow. THL Katrina with 500 bits. Danny Boy's Calling Pipes with the gift subs, thank you. Martinis for 2 at 6 with the gift sub, thank you. Tianmar with 100 bits. Cassidy Weaver with 100 bits saying, back to bed, everyone, false alarm. What? Emily Green, 1994 with the resub for 7 months. Ronan Monkey with 300 bits. And Blue with the 13-month resub saying, good morning from Australia. Good morning to you on this. Your 13 months, that's a Pixel Circus year is what we call that. Happy anniversary. eDoc333 with the resub for 5 months. F of B minus F of A, thank you for the follow. 54 Aqua Snakes with the gift subs. Martinis for 2 at 6 with 100 bits. Calmer with the resub for 16 months in a row. Clobag with the resub for 6 months in a row. Ronan Monkey with the host. I Crichton with the prime sub for 8 months. And Tinkerbell 225 with the tier 1 sub.
Scroll up to that
for
top.
11 months in a row. Scrolling up to the top.
Because some shit has gone down. Akotoroku did $4.51 trying to get a good number and did $1 too much and passed the number, and that was very funny. Followed by Emily with the $10 saying, is it wrong to ruin the numbers? Hey, we just hit that goal.
We just hit that goal, babies.
We just hit that goal. We'll keep it up because it runs throughout the whole month, and we just appreciate your support. You literally make this possible. Thank you, BBs. We love you.
We love you so much. If you're a patron, look out for us because we could be anywhere. But also because we have a patron clip coming for you in just a few minutes. And everybody else, have a lovely weekend, BBs, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye, BBs.